In this week's video, I'm going to show you a really quick and easy 1920s hairstyle. This is inspired a little bit from Downton Abbey, as well as the authentic pictures from the era. The ladies loved to use little kiss curls on their face, whether that's on their forehead or on their cheeks, and I think it really adds to the look. It's actually a really simple hairdo. You don't need that much equipment, as long as you have some long clips to hold everything in place. The rest is pretty much done with your fingers, just sculpting those curls. So if you'd like to see how to get this look, keep on watching. Okay, so for this hairstyle, there are a couple of different ways of doing this. You can have a wave starting right at your part, so coming here, or you can leave this bare and then have your first wave coming in here. But the key to making this style work is to really thoroughly dampening all over your hair. Otherwise, you can't get a comb through it and make it work on dry hair. Like, it just doesn't work. I've also tried with like a setting lotion, and that just turned into a sticky mess. Like, my comb was getting stuck to my hair, and then it was drying before I could sculpt it, and it was an absolute disaster. So this method that I've used has worked out really, really well. So I'll talk you guys through it so you can do this as well. If you're doing this hairstyle for a party in the evening or night, you can do this in the morning and your hair will dry during the day, and then you can just take it out in time for the party. But otherwise, if you're wanting to use this style as a day-to-day look, you need to do this overnight, and it can be a little bit uncomfortable to sleep in, especially if you're using like clips. I don't know whether these are called claw clips, but I put these in to hold the waves in place, and it's a little bit uncomfortable to sleep in, but it's doable. So if you can kind of bear uncomfortable pins in your head, I'm sure you'll be able to sleep the night with it. But otherwise, maybe just use bobby pins, maybe some like longer bobby pins to keep everything in place. I'll show you how to do it. So we're just going to really, really, really thoroughly dampen this. It's honestly perfect if you've just had a shower, towel dry your hair, and then you're ready to go. We're just wetting the top half and leaving the bottom half, and we'll work with that later. So I'm just gonna run a comb through it. I still think that needs to be a little bit more damp. Right, I'm just gonna come up close so you can see how wet my hair is. I mean, to be honest, it looks like I haven't washed my hair in 2 weeks, but this is how wet it needs to be, like that. Nice and slick. We're just gonna go straight in, and I have some inspiration pictures that I'll put on the screen for you to see. Holding everything in place, pinching your hair between your fingers, and then pulling the comb and pulling everything forward. And then bring it all back, and you can pin this to stop it from moving. It takes a little bit to get used to, but if you can see here, I've already created a wave, and it's so easy to do when your hair is nice and damp. And from here, holding this, securing this in place, and pulling it again, I'm actually going to dampen this, and I'm going to bring this forward again. Grabbing another pin and sliding that in place. And they have this funny thing that they do in all of the pictures. They always have hair going right over their ear, so they don't really show their ears. It's kind of a helmet for your ears. That's what all of this hair is doing. So it wouldn't be behind the ear, it would be over the ear. And a lot of the time, they will have a shorter piece that they might curl near their face and make it look really cute. So you can do that if you want. So I'm going to push the hair slightly forward over this ear, because that's kind of continuing with the wave going down, just keeping this little piece out of the way. Now I'm just going to secure the very bottom half with a bobby pin, so I can continue using my nice big clips to hold the waves in place. So the best way I can describe this method is it is finger waves, but you are just pinching your hair and then pulling it either towards or away. The pinches are usually, away. That creates a wave, and then you pull it forward. And then you pinch again, and then you pull it forward. I hope that makes sense. And it's really easy going on this side, but for this side, I cross my hands too much because I'm right-handed. So I'm pinching the waves, holding this way, and then I'll be pulling towards my face. Pinching, pulling the hair, and then kind of creating another indent. It's a little bit difficult on this side. So really spritzing it thoroughly. And so you've got that nice wave there. You can use your fingers if it makes it easier with creating that wave. I'm gonna add another pin right beneath here. And then I'm just gonna create that little ear helmet, covering our ears right at the bottom here. So after we've created that little helmet, we're just going to secure the bottom with a bobby pin. So this is obviously temporary. We're leaving this until it dries. And the very back of your hair, you can roll this into little foam rollers right up until the base of your head. And you can then, if you have like medium to long hair like me, you can, once you take it out, undo all of those curls and pin them as they are. So you've got a nice little tight array of curls at the back of your head and just pin that to the base of your head. Or you can do it the easy way and you turn it into a bun. So you don't need to do anything with this. You would just simply twist this around and just a regular bun and secure that in place. They also had another sort of bun, I don't know whether it's called a Gibson tuck, and it works better for longer hair. I don't know whether I can do it on mine, but it kind of rolls beneath. And so a lot of the techniques that the ladies from the 20s used, they still had long hair. So not all of them got the bob. They were making like a mock bob and trying to give that illusion that they had short hair, and they Marcel waved it, and even they would sometimes cut the front of their hair so that they had like the nice curls there, so it looked like they had cut their hair, and then they would actually have really long hair all the way down to their hips. They would do a really, really good job at disguising that and really making it look like they had short hair, when in fact it was very, very long. Since I'm only doing this on myself, it would be too difficult to try and sculpt around the back of my head as well, so I just do the front. You can still make it look really authentic with just having the waves at the front instead of all the way around the back. It's just kind of difficult to do that on yourself. Unless you're doing that on someone else, it works fine, but otherwise it can still look very authentic. We would then add on a hairnet, or you could wrap a little headscarf around. You just don't want anything to fall out of place. And to keep this in place as well, you can grab a bobby pin and just sliding that through, and that's just going to help that stay overnight, so you'll have a perfect little curl. And if you've got another short piece on the side, that can look really nice with two curls. If you've got a few short pieces up here, that can be really nice, having like a little kiss curl on your forehead. Really anything. There are so many different variations with this style, so it's pretty exciting. And once you get the hang of pinching and pulling your hair, it's really, really easy, and you'll be going to this style on a regular basis because it looks really, really lovely and it's quite easy to do. I forgot to mention, to help hold the ridges in your hair stay up, you can use these little wave clips. I picked these up for 50 cents each at a thrift store, which was amazing. So you should be able to find these if you are so inclined, and they pinch the hair together and help to hold up those ridges. So just coming in between those clips and just pinching that together. They can help if you need a little bit of extra emphasis with your waves. So I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so we're back. It's the next day and it's looking a little bit ratty, the back of my hair, but we're just going to take off this hairnet, take out the clips, and we should be able to spruce it up, and just redoing this bun at the back, doing a little swirl around and putting the bobby pins in to secure it, and we can tidy up anything else with a bit of dry shampoo if you need it, and hairspray to really secure everything in place. So let's do it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you were able to be inspired by this hairstyle, and maybe you even have some place to wear it. It's not an everyday style that people usually do, but it is really, really lovely. And once you do it once, it's actually pretty easy to replicate. Once you get the hang of molding those waves together, it's really, really simple. And I like to think that I'm going to wear this style more often because it is really cute. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye!